Okay, talking about dolerse, the verb doler. I will use the correct conjugations of dolerse to say something hurts. So we're talking about a reflexive verb here. That means it's done to oneself. It's an action done to oneself. Okay, so for example, we have bañarse, to take a bath. So it's like you're bathing yourself or a person is bathing themselves, which is a different concept than like a parent to a child, right? I'm bathing the children or the child. So a person is doing an action to somebody else. So reflexive verbs are done to oneself. Okay. I love to think of it like when you go to the doctor's office and they have a little hammer and they hit your knee, softly, and your knee bounces out, your leg swings out and swings back to you, right? When they hit your knee like that, they're checking your reflexes. So I kind of think of that same thing where my leg swings out and swings back to me. It's coming back to me, reflexes, right? Reflexive verbs come back to the person that is doing the action. So we have here me baño, te bañes, se baña. So notice we have a pronoun added to the end. That's how you know it's a reflexive verb when they add that pronoun there. Okay. The verb itself, bañar, is going to be conjugated just like normal, but you just move that pronoun out to the front with the appropriate one. Okay. So me baño is I bathe myself or I'm bathing. Te bañas, you're bathing. That's really how we would say it in English, you're bathing. Se baña, he or she or you are bathing. Nosotros nos bañamos, so we are bathing. And we'll go down here, se bañan, they are bathing. Okay, so dolerse is a reflexive verb. So the se part, that little pronoun, comes out in front. And then we have that verb conjugated. So let's go through this. Me duelo, te dueles, se duele, nos dolemos, os teles, and se duelen. Now, what's funny about this reflexive verb and some reflexive verbs, not all, but some, you're you're not really going to use these conjugations very much. It's kind of weird in a way. So me duelo would literally mean, remember, it's an action done to oneself. So me duelo would mean I'm hurting myself. Nos dolemos, we are hurting ourselves. Okay. Doesn't really make sense. I mean, it's not something you really do. And so you're not going to use it quite like that. But we look at this just so you can kind of get familiar with how this verb is going to work here in a moment. So what you're really going to use are just those third person conjugations down here at the bottom, duele and duelen, because something hurts you or someone, right? Either something or some things, right? It's either singular or plural. Something hurts somebody else. Okay? Duele and duelen. And then you'll still use it with the pronoun. So here we have our example. Me duelen las piernas. Now this is kind of this is a different way of thinking, speaking than in English. So this is one of those times where it doesn't translate directly, right? Not word for word. The idea is still the same, but the word for word is construction is different than in English, okay? So me duelen las piernas. So we've listed what is hurting us right there, las piernas. So the legs. So technically this says the legs are hurting me. That's the direct translation, right? To me, my legs hurt. The legs hurt me. So the easy way we say that, the real idea there is just my legs hurt, right? Instead of my legs are hurting me, it's just my legs hurt. So notice here, duelen. We're using duelen because it is a plural thing that is hurting us. If it was just one thing, we'd use duele. And who is it hurting? Me. So that pronoun's out in front. So if it's you, we say te duele el brazo. So in this case, we've now moved to singular, right? Your arm hurts. So your arm is hurting you or your arm hurts. Te duele el brazo. Nos duele la cabeza. So the head. The head is hurting us, which in other words really is just the way to say we have a headache. So if I had a headache, I'd say me duele la cabeza. If you have a headache, te duele la cabeza. If it's he or she, we use le in that case. Le duele la cabeza. If it's them, les. Just like if you remember back to the verb gustar, same idea, right? Me gusta, te gusta, le gusta, les gusta, same thing. Duele or duelen. Okay, please answer the questions for this activity now.